Welcome to the Smart Business Show. Today we're going to answer a question from a user, actually 4 questions. They wanted to know mainly what my daily hours looked like. And the questions specifically were 1, how many billable hours do you aim for in a day? 2, how many hours of exercise per day? 3, how do you handle disruptions in your schedule? I like to have some some leeway in my week or some slack time. And how many hours do I do of admin in the month, which would be accounting, invoicing, cleaning crap off my hard drive, stuff like that. And ultimately, they just didn't want to expect too much of themselves, and they wanted to get good focus. Now, I have a bit of a hard time here, because a lot of my time right now is not billable hours. So when I'm writing my next book, stuff like that, it's not billable hours to someone per se. And then coaching as well. I guess coaching, when I do coaching on Fridays, when I'm coaching freelancers, helping them run a better business, helping them, work out some of these things right here that I'm talking about. That is, I guess it's billable, but I'm not billing by the hour, so I count that as billable, but they're paying monthly for some coaching. So what do I aim for? Realistically, here's what my schedule generally looks like. Now, we just hit a change as of today. I'm recording Tuesday morning, more than a week before this goes out. But generally what my days have looked like is I work from about 6 to 9, we'll say. Sometimes a little earlier, a little later, depending on exactly what I have to do. And then I take 2 to 3 hours off. And then I get back at it for about 12 to 3. Now, in that time, that's about 6 hours, right? I can say 6, we'll call it 6.5 hours. What I'm looking for is 4.5, maybe 5.5 good, solid, focused hours. My mornings I usually devote to client work. My mornings I usually devote to writing. My afternoons I usually devote to client work. That's how I split it up. So I'm looking for, say, 2.5 hours a day of billable client work, which I work out to about $250 an hour. So that's 500 and a bit billable hours in a day. But then I get stuff like writing. So I write for Liquid Web, and they pay me, I won't say what they pay me, but it works out to a very good rate, especially since it only takes me about 30 minutes to write a 1,500 word article for them. So that works out to really, really very good. In fact, that works out to, we'll say, more than my development rate for the time it takes me. That's really what I do. And I plan lots of slack in the day, really. So like I said, it feels like lots of slack, but I focus when I'm here. That's probably the biggest thing. I focus when I'm here. The only thing I do when I'm working is work. I don't goof around. My phone's in Do Not Disturb, if it's even here. It's here right now because my wife's out, so I got my phone, and it's not in Do Not Disturb because she's out, just in case she has to get in touch with me. But other than that, it's off. It's not around. It's not where it can bug me. I'm on my Mac right now because I had a video call earlier, and it's way easier to do on my Mac, but most of the time I have pick up my iPad stand for those on video. I have my iPad stand right here. I'm using my iPad instead of my Mac because there's just less distraction I can get into there. I'm doing all my development there, everything right on my iPad Pro. It's plugged in, it's hooked into my nice fancy Kinesis Freestyle keyboard, and that's what I do. So I guess that's what I suggest. If you're starting out, then you can actually, if you get Analog Productivity, which is a book, and I'll put that in the show notes that I wrote just a while ago, then I'll actually tell you exactly in that book, and on my blog as well, you'll find exactly how I do my time blocking. So I'll link to that post and then to the book as well. So if you're wondering how much you should be doing in your week, how much billable hours, what type your disruptions, like what do you do? That's what I do. I say I work about 6 hours a day. I look for 4.5 to 5.5 hours of good, solid, productive time. And generally the afternoon time is officially billable. But even like say right now I'm recording a video, this is not billable to anyone. But I consider this good, productive time because I'm focused on producing more content, which in the long term does bring me more coaching clients, stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube, heart or star in iTunes. And if you're looking to bring more value to work with pen and paper, then pick up Analog Productivity. Link for that in the show notes.